saw you down the motorway. There was something about you that day. I can still hear the shimmering sound. The hill is near, let's get right up. Walk up to the very top. We couldn't tell the sky from the ground. I know my life will never be the same after that day. You wrap me around your fingers and you stay. I don't ever wanna be alone again. In spite of all, you're my best friend.
Between that and the cocoa one here, I don't know. You know, I just thought raspberries in the cocoa one, and then then you could add chocolate chips even too.
Yeah, it's more like a dessert rather than bread. I'm excited about the jalapeno cheddar. I think that's gonna be good. We might have to just hog that one. So Jen wanted to show off all her hard work, which I don't blame her. It's a 2-day process.
Hold on, I love it.
It's worth all the hard work. So.
Yep, I like to share it too. I'll be sharing it with our tractor neighbor because he's awesome. What you got there?
Free electricity. Check it out. New pole barn solar project coming your way. It'll be nice to have electricity at the pole barn and have a way to recharge it with solar.
Won't be sad. Scout really wants to try.
Timber's not far behind when there's food involved. I'm not like a raspberry chocolate kind of guy.
Raspberry chocolate chip sourdough. Pretty good, guys.
All right, guys, if you have not bought solar panels lately or ever or yet, I think you should seriously consider it, because with the new bifacial panels and all the new technology, and maybe there's something coming out that none of us know about, there are some crazy deals to be had. I got these 300 watt panels, bought these brand new, never used, but have obviously been moved around a bit, or sitting around somewhere, for 120 bucks a piece. So that's like 35 to 40 cents per watt, which is pretty good. When we bought all our solar for the cabin, we bought the 100 watt solar panels. Those were $1 a watt, so that's a third of the price almost. What do you think, lady? You think everybody should get some before they get expensive again?
Mm-hmm.
Did you buy any solar panels?
No, but I bought fruit trees and told you to buy IBC tote tanks, so
Yeah.
I bought important stuff too.
So anyway, I'm gonna clean these off and we'll get on with our evening. Bread. Cannot get any bread. Hey, good morning, everybody. Look at that.
Day. New day.
New adventures. My bread making extraordinaire here is drinking her last cup of coffee, maybe. And I'm going to get rolling here. Lots of stuff we want to do today. I want to get some solar hooked up for the pole barn. I want to weed a little bit of the this huge mess over here. Check this out.
It's gotten a little out of control.
It's gotten a lot out of control. But it's okay. We'll take care of it today or tomorrow. I'm going to take care of this blueberry patch. We got some fabric to put down after we take all them weeds out. And yeah, and it's laundry day.
Yep.
It's nice, sunny, beautiful day. No clouds in the sky. So we're going to get solar hooked up to the pole barn so we could do a little bit of laundry. I got a little bit of dishwater here and a towel, and I'm gonna go clean off our 4 new panels that we purchased. Let's go over there, do that. Birds are out singing, beautiful day. Jen's got a couple classes. This is her last week of working hard, and then we're into summer stuff. Right? Mm-hmm. All right. Can you guys see the difference? That one's nice and clean. Look at this one. See this white film? I'm not sure what that is. All right, guys, there we go. 4 clean, brand new 300 watt panels. So 1200 watts of power there. I'm not sure if I can run these all 4 to the Bluetti, but to the AC 500, but I'm gonna look at the numbers. I think I'll have to run them in series parallel, 2 in series, and then 2 in 2 strands in parallel, and then we can start charging up the Bluetti. We'll have some sunshine right here. I'm just gonna leave them tilted up against the barn for right now. Do me a favor, guys. Do me a favor, everybody. if you're going to do solar, one, be careful, but two, make sure you do like real research. Because when I was a total solar noob, a lot of my research included people commenting in my videos or in other videos. And there are a lot of people who have no idea what they're talking about. I have these 4-to-1 splitters that I've had since we started our solar adventure here. And I had 4 of the 100-watt panels all run in parallel to the cabin, or not to the cabin, but to the solar shed / to a battery. And there are people that told me I was going to burn my cabin down. And like, I was downstate, and people are commenting, you're going to burn your cabin down, you're going to burn your cabin down. They don't have a clue what they're talking about half the time. But you can't just go guessing with this stuff. Like, they don't even have a clue what my voltage or amps coming out of my solar panels were, and they're telling me I'm going to burn my cabin down. Because I'm putting too much power through my simple 10 gauge wires. Well, 10 gauge wires can handle 30 amps. It's not ideal. Like, I keep all my stuff at 10 or 20 amps just to be safe. Like, don't do your research, and don't take all the comments you read to heart. Don't do your research that way. Watch good solar channels. Like, I enjoy sharing what we've learned in solar, but I am still far from a solar expert. But I'm proof that if I can do it, any dummy can do solar. But you gotta be safe. And watch like 100 videos, and then eventually it'll just click. Like, that's what it did for me. Like, it finally clicked. Finally, the parallel and adding and this and voltage and multiplying, it all just clicked after watching 100 videos. Some of y'all would do it in like 2 videos. But again, I'm proof that any dummy could do it. I have my strong suits, but I'm a visual learner too. So for example, we have 39 volts going through this one panel and 10 amps. I'm just rounding to the nearest volt and amp just to keep it simple. 40 volts, 10 amps. If I run them in parallel, the voltage stays the same. So it's going to be 40 volts plus 40 volts. Not plus, but they're going to be in parallel. So it's going to stay at 40 volts, but you add the amps. So we'd have 20 amps and stay at 40 volts. Now if I run them in series, we're going to have 80 volts because 40 times 2. And then the amp stays the same. So series, the amps stay the same. Volts double. In parallel, the volts stay the same and the amps double. Alright guys, so 2 volts, 20 volts, 200 volts. So we're on DC right now. And we're going to go to the reading one higher than what we're doing. If we go to 20 volts, it's going to over surge. Let's do it just for giggles. It's not going to read. Alright, so I get nothing. I'm surprised it didn't surge. Sorry you can't see very well. So let's go up to 200. There we go. So we're getting 37 volts out of this panel. And we're set at 200 volts because anything lower than 200 we can measure. So I'm going to run 2 of these in series and run it over to the Bluetti to check it out. I'm pretty excited about this. I like solar, guys. All these companies send us stuff. It's awesome. Stuff that I, wouldn't be able to ever have or try out. And I get to share it with you. It's a phenomenal thing. It's freaking awesome. So... and then I get to tell you guys if it's, if it's high quality or not. If it works. I get to be your guinea pig. Nice. 38 volts coming out of that one too. So I'm going to run them in parallel, or run them in series. That means you connect positive from this one to the negative of that one, and then I have one big solar panel. But again, it doubles the voltage. when you run them in series. So if we run the positive of this one to the negative of that one, then we'll still have a positive and negative coming out of both of them. And we're going to run that right to the Bluetti right now. Easy peasy. Let's go check it out. We're getting 900 watts. Check it out. Technology, man, opens up so many opportunities for people who want to become a little more independent and do fun stuff like this. You know, we don't have to live in archaic times and rough it anymore if we don't want to. If you want to, that's great. You know, when Jen and I started this, I kind of imagined it being like roughing it, but keeps Jen happy. I'm spoiled as well, I guess, at times. And, you know, we're experimenting and learning and living life and figuring things out. I hope you guys realize you could get away with a lot and do a lot of cool stuff without spending tens and tens of thousands of dollars. We have a Bluetti 500, AC 500 that has everything in it. It has the inverter, the charge controller, the batteries. All we need is some solar panels, and we just got some solar panels, so very nice. So cool. That should be charged up in a couple hours. That was at 59%. Should be charged up in a couple hours without a problem. I'm gonna go finish the blueberry patch. Jen just hollered at me and said I have to come check something out while the solar panels are getting more in the sun. Getting really close. She started weeding in the blueberries.
Look at all these.
Oh, see, I left them there for a reason. I thought I was doing that in vain. What do you got?
A whole bunch of raspberries down here, and they're
Strawberries.
strawberries?
Yeah, they're just little.
Okay.
They're wild strawberries.
But there's a whole bunch of them. Look at them all. There's loads of them. They're just babies. So
Little
just
wild strawberries.
let them.
So today's video is sponsored by Bluetti. As you know, they sent us the AC 500 and B300S combo. A month or two ago, we moved it out here to the pole barn. The cabin solar system's taking care of us during the summer, so we don't need backup power supply in the cabin. So we moved it out here. We've been using it for close to 6 months around the property here. It's done everything we've needed it to. It has a 5,000 watt pure sine wave inverter in it. It can surge up to 10,000 watts. It has 3,000 watt hour lithium iron phosphate Life PO4 batteries in the B300S, and it's expandable with up to 6 additional batteries. So if you only need one, awesome. If you need 6 and you need 18,000 watt hours, you could do that. You could use this for home backup in your cabin or at home. You could have a silent, environmentally friendly system like the Bluetti AC 500 and B300S to run your home in an emergency type situation. Out here in the pole barn, we use this a lot. We use it for all our power tools out here when we need it. Jen made bread for 8 hours running the oven and stove, drawing 400 watts consistently. This refrigerator is an older propane style refrigerator that can also run on AC. It was running 300 watts all day. Drained the AC 500 and B300S down to like 19%. That was before I had my array hooked up to it. I was just running on the Bluetti foldable briefcase, the 420 watt solar panel that they have. I've been using that a lot, but now that I have my array out there, we can use that instead. It'll be permanent setup to run this system. It's a beautiful sunny day, not a cloud in the sky. So one of the real impressive things with the Bluetti AC 500 is that it can accept up to 3,000 watts of solar power, solar panels. It could take anywhere from 12 volt up to 150 volts of PV voltage from your solar array. You could charge it with AC as well from the grid, charge it in your car, or charge it with a generator if you want. Another nice thing I really like about the AC500 is the charging cables. We can hook up 2 separate arrays to the AC500 and run it, run up to 3,000 watts of solar into it. That's going to charge us up in an hour, a little over an hour. Pretty awesome. This is a portable unit. They break it into 2 pieces so you can carry it around, and it's more portable that way. That way it's not as heavy. I believe each one is close to 60 pounds, so they're still a hefty unit, but easier to move around because they're separated like that. We use the AC200L for our portable power around here, so if I didn't have that, I could do that with the AC500 B300S, but we use the AC200L for portable power around here, and this pretty much just powers the pole barn. Like I said, it runs my lights. I can plug my lights into it, turn the AC on here. I could run all my lights. I have all these workshop lights. Again, been using this thing for days. It ran this refrigerator for a day, no problem, and I didn't even have solar hooked up to it. So if you have a situation where you need some power for emergency purposes, or if you're building an off-grid cabin out in the woods and you're thinking about building your own system, 4 to 5 years ago, I built my own system because the cost and the technology of the power stations wasn't there yet, and now the cost has come down significantly and the technology is phenomenal. Charging these things fast, charging the Bluetti AC500 B300 could be very quick. You could do that in like an hour or 2. You could charge them to full. Then you could run your cabin for days without having to listen to a generator. Why run a 5,000 watt generator for 24 hours? Say 5 gallons of gas to run that thing for 8 to 10 hours. You're looking at $30-40 to run that generator, and it's loud, stinky, and not good for the environment. The AC500 every day could save you $40 worth of gas while you're camping, while you're keeping your house running during a grid down situation. I don't see why people wouldn't embrace the new technology and the quality and power that's available to us now. So it's pretty exciting how far these units have come. Bluetti's very innovative. They are constantly working to make things better, trying new things. You have everything all in one. It's all in one system, guys. Your inverter's in there, your charge controller's in there. You have every plug you could possibly want, DC plugs for your DC devices. Also, the B300S has heating pads in it. So a lot of you guys mentioned in previous videos that Life PO4 batteries can't be charged in the cold. Well, now they can because of the B300S heating pads that are on the actual battery cells themselves. It heats them up to above freezing, and you could charge the B300S up here in the north all winter long. So no more issues with that. Eliminating problems. Like I said, very versatile. You guys should check out the links in the description box below in the first pinned comment. Use our discount code JJAC500 and you could get a discount on top of the sale price if you use the links in the description box below. Gotta say, I love our Bluetti stuff. Our solar system for the cabin takes good care of us, but the Bluetti AC500 B300S combo is our go-to now out here at the pole barn, and in a tough situation, if we need it, we can take it into the cabin, no problem, and use it for power in there as well. So we got a lot of stuff to get done here around the property, and then little things, and then we're going to start our he shed, she shed. This building is going to be almost as versatile as the Bluetti. So, all right, guys, let's get going. Alright guys, we're transferring water, doing laundry, charging the Bluetti in the pole barn. The solar in the cabin is full. Jen's out here chatting with her Tweety birds.
Taking care of stuff. Taking pictures of the irises I was sent. So
your auntie sent you some irises.
Uh-huh.
They're growing.
So I was taking a picture of them so I can send her a picture.
Most of you guys see all Jen's stuff on Facebook, all her posts of the pictures of the birds and videos. We have fun with that. All our gardens are doing good. Jen just picked some cilantro, she said, from our little herb bed, right?
Herb.
Herb is what you call it when you identify it as a person rather than just, you know, a thing.
Herb.
Yeah, but
herb is like a man's name.
I know. So our little bin, our little cilantro, basil, what was the other couple? That's our herb bed. I call it the herbs.
Sorry guys. At least you don't have to live with them. You only have to put up with them when you willingly watch these videos.
It's real easy for them to not put up with me. They just either fast forward or go to a different video. There's so many other people they can put up with. So thanks for hanging out with us. Anyway, let's plant these last couple apple trees.
We decided that we had a couple apple trees that we couldn't fit down in the food plot. We had the 3 apple trees, so we're going to plant them up here on the hill. I kind of been thinking they would look nice because they flower and they look nice. And up here we get a lot of sun.
So it'll be good for the trees.
So the trees will be really good, and we can keep them off to the side so they're not in the view, and
just adds
keep them
to
short. Keep them short also so they don't grow tall and crazy.
And it adds to our homestead oasis here we have at the off-grid cabin. So. Alright guys, we have a trailer full of goodies. We've been pulling things off for the last few days.
And if you saw our rain catchment video, you heard me talk about that we needed more of these. Many of you said we needed more of these.
So we're
finally got them to purchase some.
So make Jenny happy, make you guys happy, make everybody happy. And you can see them in the background there. We picked up 4 more IBC totes.
It's pretty exciting because that is another... what,
1,200
gallons?
It's going to double 1,100 gallons. It's
another 1,100 gallons that we
can store from rain catchment.
Which is exciting because when we're going to hit a summertime drought, we will have 2,200 gallons of water.
So now we're doomed to it not rain for the rest of the summer because we need to fill them up first. And one good rain could fill them up. But anyway, let's get them on the trailer here and the mule. And take them up to the cabin. Don't step in the hole.
2 and 2. It's exciting. Now we just need to pray for rain because we're due for a heat wave. So hopefully a heat wave brings a little bit of summer storms too. Right?
Yep.
Not just a heat wave and a drought. Alright guys, we got these loaded up.
Take them up to the cabin.
Let's get them up to the cabin and get them set up
On the pole barn.
on the pole barn.
So we can have twice as much water storage. I think there's no sense in putting one on an extra one on the cabin, right? Probably just put 2 more, so there'll be 3 on each side of the barn. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. I think we're just gonna do.
Yeah, but check this out, guys. So just for your information, and I learned this when I picked up these tanks from the gentleman I purchased them from. As usual, food grade is what you want. One, it has the little 2 in the triangle, and it says PHED or something like that, or PEHD, which is the type of plastic. Poly something anyway. But these had kosher glycerin in them. He had ones with soy oil in them and ones with kosher glycerin. So kosher glycerin, and I thought that was all used for like sodas and fountain drinks and this and that, but he said that these came from a toothpaste factory. So they make toothpaste with them, with glycerin, kosher glycerin. So fun fact. So
That's what you're looking for if you ever do want to buy IBC totes.
yeah, food grade, something with glycerin. Most glycerins are easy to wash out and food grade. So
That you can set up your own rain catchment system.
And be safe. So
You don't want to use one's chemicals.
So thanks, guys. Let's head up to the cabin.
Let's get these up there.
There we go, guys. Fresh towels from my baker wife. Nice clean towels for the kitchen.
So I can bake some more.
Yeah. And give more bread away.
Have happy neighbors.
quick.
Yeah, sunshine and a good breeze.
Yeah.
Solar dryer, guys.
I saw that on somebody's channel.
I have the best solar dryer in the world.